Have you ever felt like you're drowning under the weight of expectations, constant comparisons, and endless noise? In today's world, everything seems louder than ever. Everyone has an opinion about who you should be, what you should do, and how you should live. This constant barrage of voices can leave you feeling lost and uncertain about your own direction. But here's a liberating truth. The most important project you'll ever work on is yourself. Not the opinions, judgments, or expectations of others, just you. When you turn your focus inward, you start to reclaim your power. Instead of seeking validation from the outside, you begin to uncover a deeper sense of purpose within. Today, we'll explore a timeless lesson inspired by the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, a guiding principle that teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. This simple yet profound perspective might just be the key to transforming how you see your life and your journey. Imagine this: you're running a race, but instead of focusing on your lane, you keep looking to the sides, worried about the runners next to you. What happens? You lose focus, stumble, and fall behind. This isn't just a lesson about sports, it's a metaphor for life. Too often, distractions and comparisons pull us away from what truly matters, our own progress and personal journey. We get caught up in what others are doing, scrolling through social media, hearing about someone's big successes, or feeling the heavy weight of societal expectations. It's exhausting. Ask yourself, how often do you judge your own worth based on someone else's highlight reel? You see their vacations, their promotions, their perfectly curated moments, and suddenly your own life feels inadequate. But here's the truth. This endless cycle of comparison is stealing your happiness. It's not only robbing you of joy, it's also distracting you from finding your true purpose. And it's not just social media. The pressure can come from family, friends, or society, urging you to follow a path that doesn't align with who you are or what you want. You end up stuck in a cycle of pleasing others, chasing goals that aren't your own, and losing sight of what really matters. It's frustrating and disconnects you from your authentic self. But here's the good news. You can break free. By focusing on your own lane and tuning out the noise, you can rediscover what's truly important to you. Imagine running your race, fully present, taking each step with intention, not worrying about who's ahead or behind. That's the kind of freedom Stoicism teaches us, to focus on what we can control and release what we cannot. When you stop looking sideways and start looking forward, you'll find clarity, peace, and the strength to live a life that feels truly yours. Let me tell you about Andrea. At 45, she decided to learn the violin, an instrument she'd always dreamed of playing. Everyone doubted her. "It's too late," they said. They told her she should focus on something more realistic, something easier. But Andrea didn't listen. She chose to block out the naysayers and focus on herself. Every day she carved out time to practice. Her first attempts were clumsy, and her fingers ached from pressing the strings. The music didn't sound anything like the beautiful melodies she admired. But she kept going. Day by day, note by note, she improved. Her persistence transformed frustration into progress, and progress into confidence. A year later, Andrea stood in front of an audience at a community concert. As she played, the room fell silent, captivated by the melody she had created. The same people who doubted her now applauded her with admiration. But for Andrea, the true victory wasn't the applause, it was the journey. She had proven to herself that growth and achievement are possible at any age, as long as you focus on your goals and take consistent steps forward. Andrea's story isn't just about learning the violin. It's about silencing the voices of doubt, both external and internal, and proving that when you focus on yourself, you can achieve the extraordinary. Her journey is a reminder that it's never too late to start, and the only limits are the ones we place on ourselves. The power of focus. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The essence of this quote lies in focus. When you direct your energy inward, when you concentrate on what you can control, your life begins to transform. Think about it this way. Life is full of distractions. Social media, endless opinions, and societal expectations can pull you in 100 different directions. But here's the key. Those things are outside your control. What you can control is your response, your mindset, and your actions. By focusing on what you can change, you reclaim your power and start moving forward. Imagine an artist painting a masterpiece. If they're constantly comparing their work to others, their brushstrokes will falter. Their creativity will be stifled by self-doubt. But when they focus solely on their canvas, they can pour their soul into each stroke, letting their true artistry shine. Your life is that canvas. Every choice, every action is a brushstroke. Stop worrying about the noise around you and start painting your masterpiece, one deliberate stroke at a time. The Stoics believed in embracing the present moment and making the most of what is within your reach. When you focus your mind on your goals and values, you create a sense of clarity. This clarity allows you to overcome challenges and move forward with confidence. Think of it as clearing a fog from your path. Suddenly, you see where you need to go and how to get there. Focusing doesn't mean ignoring the world around you. It means choosing what deserves your energy and attention. Just like a gardener tends to their own plants instead of worrying about weeds in another's yard, you must nurture your own growth. Start today by asking yourself, what truly matters to me? What steps can I take to align with my purpose? Each small action builds momentum, and with time, you'll see the transformation take shape. Overcoming the comparison trap. Comparison is the thief of joy. How often do you find yourself scrolling through social media, seeing someone else's achievements, and feeling like you're not enough? It's an easy trap to fall into. Their new job, their vacation photos, their milestones, it can make your own life feel smaller. But here's a powerful truth. Their success doesn't take away from your potential. Your value isn't diminished by someone else's achievements. In fact, their success can be a source of inspiration, not insecurity. Think of life as a marathon, not a sprint. Some runners start strong and fade. Others take their time and find their rhythm later. Your pace is your own. The Stoics teach us that we should focus only on what is within our control. Other people's paths are beyond your control, but how you react to them is entirely up to you. Instead of letting their success make you feel small, use it as motivation to work on your goals. Let's reframe comparison into growth. Imagine you're climbing a mountain. If you keep looking at someone ahead of you, you might lose your footing. But if you focus on your own steps, you'll find yourself steadily climbing higher. Life is much the same. The person you should compare yourself to is the version of you from yesterday. Are you growing? Are you improving? Those are the questions that truly matter. Stoicism emphasizes that we all have unique journeys. Instead of focusing on others, ask yourself, what does success look like for me? What steps can I take today to get closer to that vision? When you shift your attention inward, you'll find clarity and peace. Celebrate your small victories and remember, progress is progress, no matter how slow. You're on your own unique path, and it's one worth celebrating. So, the next time you feel tempted to compare, pause and ask yourself, how can I grow from this moment? Use that energy to fuel your journey forward. The only competition that truly matters is the one within yourself. and every step you take is a step toward becoming the best version of you. The inner critic versus the inner coach. One of the biggest barriers to self-focus is the inner critic. That voice in your head constantly whispering, "You're not good enough," or "You'll never make it." It's relentless, isn't it? You set out to achieve something, but this voice tells you to stop before you even start. It's discouraging, but here's the truth. That voice is not you. It's a habit of thought, and like any habit, it can be changed. Stoicism teaches us to confront and challenge this voice with rational thinking and positivity. Replace the inner critic with an inner coach, someone who guides, encourages, and uplifts you. Instead of letting the critic say, "I'm failing," respond with, "I'm learning." Replace, "I'll never get there," with, "I'm making progress, one step at a time." This subtle shift in language can transform your mindset and, in turn, your actions. Imagine you're trying to learn a new skill, like public speaking. The inner critic says, "You'll embarrass yourself. Everyone will judge you." But the inner coach counters with, "Every expert started as a beginner. Each attempt is a chance to improve." Over time, as you practice replacing negative self-talk with constructive dialogue, you'll notice your confidence growing. The Stoics believed in using logic to overcome irrational thoughts. When the critic whispers, "You can't do it," ask yourself, "Is that really true? What evidence do I have that I'll fail?" Most of the time, you'll find that the critic's claims are baseless fears rather than facts. Recognizing this is empowering. Speak to yourself with kindness, the way you would encourage a close friend. If your friend felt defeated, would you say, "You're terrible, you'll never succeed"? Of course not. You'd say, "Keep going, you're improving," or "You're stronger than you think." Apply this same compassion to yourself. Words have incredible power. They shape your reality. By choosing encouraging, supportive language, you reshape your inner world and build resilience. Remember, the inner coach isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing your potential and focusing on growth instead of fear. Next time your inner critic speaks up, pause and respond with a coaching mindset. Over time, this practice will transform how you view yourself and your abilities, leading you closer to your goals. Embracing discomfort. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. Epictetus, another great Stoic philosopher, reminds us, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, even if it feels overwhelming at the time. Life is full of struggles, but these are the moments that shape who you are and prepare you for what lies ahead. Think of a caterpillar struggling to emerge from its cocoon. Without the effort and resistance, it wouldn't develop the strength needed to fly as a butterfly. Your struggles work the same way. They prepare you for the next chapter of your life. Each challenge is like a weightlifting session for your mind and spirit, gradually making you stronger and more resilient. Sometimes discomfort comes in the form of failure. Maybe you tried something new and it didn't work out. Instead of seeing this as a reason to give up, Stoicism encourages us to view failure as a teacher. Each setback contains a lesson that helps us move forward. For example, if you didn't succeed in a job interview, perhaps it's a chance to refine your skills or rethink your approach. These small adjustments, born out of discomfort, lead to long-term growth. Embracing discomfort also means stepping outside your comfort zone. Imagine trying to learn a new language. At first, it feels awkward and frustrating. You might mispronounce words or struggle with grammar. But with consistent effort, those initial struggles transform into fluency. It's through facing these moments of unease that progress becomes possible. Stoicism teaches us to view hardships as opportunities to build character. Instead of avoiding challenges, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How will this make me stronger? By shifting your perspective, you'll find that even the toughest situations carry valuable lessons. The next time you face a difficult situation, remember this. Growth is rarely easy, but it's always worth it. Embrace the discomfort and trust that it's leading you to something greater. Just as the caterpillar's struggle allows it to fly, your challenges are preparing you to soar. So, what's your next step? Are you ready to stop looking sideways and start focusing on your own lane? Take a moment right now to think about one area in your life where you've been holding back. Write it down. Commit to taking one small step forward today. And if this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit the subscribe button, leave a comment sharing your story, and let's build a community of individuals committed to becoming their best selves. Remember, your journey starts with you. Focus, act, thrive.